Today we are going to be demonstrating elephant toothpaste. The purpose of this experiment is, how does the yeast affect the rest of the materials?
So our background research is, each tiny foam bubble is filled with oxygen. The yeast acted as a catalyst, which is like a helper, to remove the oxygen from the hydrogen peroxide to make it foam. The reason that the foam comes out of the bottle is because when the bubbles pop, because the oxygen has been removed from the hydrogen peroxide, it ends up being pushed out of the bottle because the air is pushing it out.
Our hypothesis is that the yeast will make the rest of the materials foam and shoot into the air. We think that the yeast makes it rise because the yeast is what makes bread rise.
So for our materials, the first thing is one empty plastic bottle that is around 24 US fluid ounces.
1 packet of Fleischmann's active dry yeast, 8 grams.
1 pump of irresistible dish soap.
2 inches of exact brand hydrogen peroxide.
3 tablespoons of clean room temperature water.
And then last is food coloring, and we're just using light pink, blue, green, and purple.
So next we're going to be using a table cover or cloth just to protect our workspace because we don't want to get it dirty, especially if we're working inside.
The next thing we need is a tray just to make cleaning up a lot easier at the end.
So we're going to be using gloves to protect our hands because the reaction, we don't know whether or not we can touch it or not, so we're just going to be on the safe side and not touch it.
Okay, step 1 for the procedure, gather all materials.
Step 2, put on your safety gloves.
Step 3, cover table with cloth or cover.
Step 4, add 5 centimeters of hydrogen peroxide to a bottle. Step 5, add a full pump of dish soap to the mixture. We're also going to add 4 different colors. So the colors are
light pink,
green,
blue,
and purple. So
step 6, give all the mixture a swirl, just to mix everything together.
Step 7, mix 1 packet of dry traditional yeast with 3 tablespoons of water until it turns into a frothy mixture. And if it is a little bit too thick and it's almost like a paste, just add 1 more tablespoon of water.
Step 8, pour the yeast and water mixture into the peroxide and food coloring. Step 9, stand back and be amazed. So
for our observations, for the qualitative observations, we had sight and smell.
For the sight, we had thick, bubbly, colorful foam, soapy, and looks like toothpaste.
For the smell, we thought that the yeast and water made like a moldy type of bread smell, and that the peroxide had a sour, very strong smell.
For the quantitative observations,
we figured out that it took about 3 seconds for the foam to start coming out of the bottle after we poured the yeast mixture in.
The water that we used for the yeast mixture was about 20 degrees Celsius or 68 degrees Fahrenheit.
In total, this experiment would create about 1 cup of elephant toothpaste.
Our conclusion was Through this experiment, we figured out that the yeast is the main reason why it foamed, because the yeast is in bread to make it rise. This is why the foam rised and made foam come out of the bottle.
So for our applications, we thought that hydrogen peroxide can be used to help cure foot fungus and also to get bacteria out of cuts or wounds. Peroxide can also help whiten your teeth, and yeast can be used as a leavening agent, and leavening agent means like to make it rise in baking.
Bread is an example because yeast makes it rise. Dish soap can be used to wash dishes, obviously. Food coloring is used to dye and or color objects.
Thank you for watching.